We're talking about pitching.
Yeah.
One of the things that Coach Landerdle was asked about is how's your pitching staff this year compared to the staff last year that carried you so far into the playoffs and into the season. He said that'd be okay. It'll be all right. We're going to be good. In softball, if you have good pitching and the 1 or 2 power hitters, you're going to go a good ways in the season, to say the very least.
Stepping in and bunting and falling down, they'll be able to make the play at first because Boone fell down coming out of the batter's box. And that was a terrific bunt that should have been a single, but she slipped down the line. Davis on the year in 9 2/3 innings, 4 earned runs, a 290 earned run average. He's given up 10 hits, 7 walks, and 4 Ks, allowed 1 home run. Ford came in from third and made that play and threw out Boone, who was languishing on the ground. Here's Brito. Brito had a homer last night and is at .444 on the year. Right-handed hitting third baseman against Davis. Straight away in the outfield. And upstairs, ball 1. 62-mile-an-hour fastball from Davis.
Brito gave it a good hard look, decided not to pull the trigger. Paid off for her.
Brito is the team leader in homers with 4. She hit a bomb last night to left center. Loops this one down the right field line. Can anybody get there? No. Hits the wall. As sliding is Mundine, the right fielder. 2-1 now on Brito. Pickering will be next. Nobody on, 1 out here in this first inning, just underway.
Well, the flags are whipping all over the place. It's going to be quite an adventure for the outfielders on fly balls tonight.
2-1. That's ripped to right center. That's deep. Back and watching it hit the wall is Mundine. Brito is heading to third and diving in with a 1-out triple.
It was close.
It was close to going out, and it was close to being caught as Mundine got a glove up there. And I think she may have made contact with the ball before it hit the wall. Good look at it on the replay. Yeah, she did tip it. May have prevented it from going out, in fact, as it hit high on the wall.
Well, lucky it didn't bounce off her glove over the wall.
So a 1-out triple. And Brito is at third. There's Cassidy Pickering. And strike 1 from Davis. Pickering on the year, hitting .389. Has a homer, 7 RBIs, a couple of stolen bases. Davis delivers and misses outside, 1-1. Fields in with Brito on at third. Outfield plays Pickering to hit the opposite way. Left-handed hitter waits for the pitch from the righty Davis. That's fouled off the fists. Out of play down the third base side. And it's 1-2.
Pickering battling anything that looks close. She's taking a rip at it.
1-2 from Davis. That's outside. Count even at 2.
Neatly speared by Emily Phillips, catcher for the Cowgirls.
Pickering waits. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Davis got the third hitter and prevents the run from scoring with less than 2 outs from third. And it's up to Ludlam, the DP. Riley Ludlam hitting .400, 2 for 5 on the year, a couple of walks, and a run scored. First pitch ripped to left center. Can anybody get there? That one is off the wall for extra bases. Ludlam stands at second with a 2-out RBI double.
It's 2 long balls now that have been hit here in the top of the first inning by the Sooners, making good contact. Both go to the wall.
1-0 Oklahoma. 2 solid hits and a run is across. Ludlam now gets rid of the protector she wears hitting. And Tiare Jennings steps in. A .381 batting average. That is strike 1 on the inside edge. No, it's ball 1.
Ludlam picks up an RBI. Start the game for her. Knocking Burrito in from third base.
The 1-0. High and away. 62 miles an hour is the heater from the Cowgirl right-hander Lindsey Davis. That's a strike. Don't have the umpires listed because they didn't give us lineups on paper. So we don't know who the home plate umpire is. See if we can catch that between innings.
The good news is they're here.
Yeah. Jennings lines that one foul towards right. The wind will blow that one way out of play. Jennings at 5'8" is a senior from San Pedro, California. And missed inside. Count goes full. Full count pitch ripped to center and off the wall for extra bases. Actually, they'll stop the runner at first as coming around to score is Ludlam. Jennings with a screaming line drive off the left center field wall for a single and an RBI. 2-0 Oklahoma.
Well, she hit it so hard,
Yeah.
she had to stop at first base while the ball went all the way to the wall. The third wall dinger the Sooners have here at the start of this ball game.
Visit to the mound by the McNeese folks. It's 2-0 Oklahoma here in the first on 3 hits, all of which have been to the wall.
Really, the Cowboys probably, or Cowgirls probably fortunate that one of those didn't go over the wall because they were all close.
They were all 3 well struck.
Boy, their hitting eye is something else as a team.
You look at the numbers. Everybody's hitting 300 plus. Lots of 3s and 4s. This hitter, Jada Coleman, comes in at 320. 8 for 25 on the year. 3 RBIs and 6 runs scored. And a line drive into right. That's a hit. Runner will head to third. First and third, 2 down. 4th hit of the inning for Oklahoma. Man.
Yeah. You're busy. They just got good eye out for the ball. That was a first pitch swing. Netted another base hit for Oklahoma. 4 hits so far in the top of the first inning.
The catcher, Kinsey Hansen, bats. 421 her average. 8 for 19. And we must be getting her. And ball one low to Hansen.
Hansen, a unanimous first-team preseason All-American and preseason All-Big 12.
Hansen takes ball two inside.
A two-time USA softball women's national team member. Credentials are pretty impressive.
And a foul back to the screen. Appreciate the efforts of the folks here trying to get us the lineups. It was a last-second change in McNeese's lineup, and it fouled everything up. So we were kind of left hanging there. Only stats we have are the ones that are being updated in the live stats on the web. 2-1 coming. And that is a called strike. Home plate umpire is Darrell Francis. He raises the right hand there.
We like him already. Quick arm up.
Foul back to the screen. So 2-2. Hayes Lesher is the first base umpire, and Ann Foster is at third.
Hansen is 6 feet tall, out of Norco, California. She towers over the catcher, doesn't she?
2-2. That's fouled down the right side and out of play. First and third, 2 down. In this first inning, a couple of runs across already for the Sooners. Already a pitching change for McNeese.
Coach Landreneau said he wanted to see how his team could handle adversity as a result of this tournament. Well, they're under fire right now.
Yeah, there's been some adverse events. And pitches a ball. The runner leaves first, and now McNeese throws it away. But nobody's going to be able to advance any further. So Coleman takes second, and I believe that will be a stolen base, maybe an error on the throw to third that got her to advance. We'll let the official scores sort that one out. There is an error up on the McNeese side on the scoreboard. As ball 4 from Sanders loads the bases. Hansen takes first, and Sidney Sanders is the hitter. First baseman for the Oklahoma Sooners. Sanders at .333, 4 hits and 12 at-bats on the year. Right-handed hitter. Rips it foul. 63 miles an hour on that heater from Shaylin Sanders. She's usually around 64, 65 with the hard stuff.
Cowgirls need her now, big time.
She pitched great in the Central Arkansas game. Turned into a 14-0 shutout prior to this ball game. Sanders fouls it back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Sanders, 5'8", the junior from San Marcos.
Cowgirls could really use a strike here.
Base is loaded, 2 down, and Sanders misses inside.
She's just missing.
Straight away, fairly deep in the outfield. Back on the infield with the bases loaded and 2 down. There's a pop-up. Will this one stay in play? Phillips, the catcher, back towards the screen. Makes the grab, side retired. No further damage done. Oklahoma scores 2 onto the bottom. Has given up no earned runs, just 4 hits, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. Keeney will face Marino. Now they've changed the stat sheet and the live stats. I don't know who's going to bat next for McNeese. They say, all right, they've got Poncho, and that's who's in the batter's box. So the strike call there on Marino. And a pop to right. Coming in is Boone by the line. She makes the catch, 1 down. Yeah, the live stats says this is Mundine, and the printed sheet that we have says Corrine Poncho. Poncho steps to the plate, so.
So you're going to believe your stat sheet or your lying eyes?
I'm going to believe my eyes for right now.
All right.
As Corrine Poncho steps in, she's having quite an early part of the season, 9 for 20 on the year with 5 homers. And ball 1 high. And she is strong enough to get it out of here with the wind blowing in at 16 to 20 miles an hour right down the left side. Poncho homered last night. In fact, it was in the first inning. It gave McNeese their only lead in the game against Oklahoma. That's ball 2. Oklahoma turned things around an inning or two later and regained the lead and coasted to the 8-1 win. Poncho's a sophomore from Basile, Louisiana, and a line drive to right, and oh, nice catch by Boone. Oh, she got all turned around as the wind blew it from the right side of her body back across to the left side, and somehow she reached around herself and got it.
Talk about an athletic move. Yeah. It was a high shot out into right field. Somehow she twisted in the right direction, threw her glove up, and look what I got.
Here's Emily Phillips, the senior catcher, 429 her average. Strike 1. Phillips awaits. Keeney misses outside.
Keeney takes her time.
1-1 on the Cowgirl catcher. Nobody on and 2 down here in this first inning. Oklahoma scored twice in the top half. Chased the starter, Lindsey Davis. There's a looper to center. That one will be caught by Coleman on the run. There's another thing that Oklahoma does well. Their defense is excellent. 2 great plays in the outfield.
Lilio, a 5'2" sophomore out of Oceanside, California.
Don't have stats on her because my network is down. We're struggling here, folks.
We have a plethora of entertainment value for you.
There are your stats for Quincy Lilio on the screen. Ball 1 high, or ball 2 high, actually. Technology has failed us. One coming, that's fouled to the left side. Can anybody get there? That one is out of play. So we were listening to the radio broadcast of the McNeese basketball game, the men's game over in Thibodaux this afternoon. And Bruce was struggling with the network over there as well. So it must be a southeastern region internet problem.
An international presence
that
we don't welcome. All right, umpire steps out. Is there a long-range conversation here? Or are they waiting for
somebody's getting back in the dugout here on the Oklahoma side?
Okay.
Now the Cowgirl third baseman Ford runs over there for some reason. Maybe the gate was open. Let's take a look at the crowd over there. Lots of Oklahoma Sooner fans here, as you can see. Popped up on the infield. Reese Reyna at shortstop makes the call and the catch. And 1 out. Top of the second. Down goes Lilio. Back to the top of the order we go. Riley Boone. She made the first out of the ball game, and then a terrific catch in the bottom half of the first. That's ball one high. Came in at 64 miles an hour from Shaylin Sanders. The 1-0. Showing bunt, pulls the bat back, and it's ball two. Sanders came in relief of Davis. Davis got 2 outs and then was lifted as the ball was rocketing around the field here. That one eats up Reyna and scoots past her into left field. We'll see how they score that. Reyna was just not in the right spot. Couldn't decide to charge it or back up on it. Got in between it, and it goes as a Cowgirl error. First one of the night.
Well, it got on her so fast she couldn't adjust, really.
Yeah, she couldn't decide whether to come flying in to try and get the big hop or wait back and short hop it, and ended up doing neither. Boone on at first, and the pitch is to Brito, popped right side, caught by Torres, and 2 down now in the Sooner second. Boone stays right there at first.
Well, the Sooners are still hitting the ball. It's just they're fouling these to where Cowgirls can reach them. It's paying off for the Cowgirls.
Here's Pickering. She had a hit her first time up. Ground ball up the middle. Touched by Torres, but on into center field it goes. That's a hit for Pickering. And it'll be Ludlam. Ludlam 1 for 1. So 2 on and 2 out for the Sooners. Ludlam is the DP. 6 feet from Fort Myers, Florida. That's a strike. Sanders comes in at 63 miles per hour. She was hitting 65 pretty consistently yesterday. Line drive over the dugout and out of play.
63 then. That's humming it pretty good.
Yep. Ludlam with an RBI and a run scored in that first inning. That's here in the second. 2 on and 2 out. Popped foul. And no play. That hit the light pole.
There you go.
It's tough to do. Count remains 0-2 on Ludlam. This Cowgirl Challenge finishes up tomorrow with 2 ball games. All 4 teams in action. Tried to check her swing, could not. They'll have to throw to first to get the put out. And there it is, 2-3. Side retired. A hit, an error. A couple of runners left on base through an inning and a half now. It's 2-0. And Mundine. Had a big first game against Central Arkansas as she takes ball 1. Mundine had 4 RBIs, went 2 for 3. The 1-0 to Mundine. Foul off the left and out of play. Keeney to Mundine. Missed outside. And it's 2-1. Mundine 5'4", freshman from Luling, Texas. Big swing, misses that low pitch, 2-2. That's ball 3, count runs full. Fouled off the screen.
Count goes full. Here in the bottom of the second inning.
Mundine awaits. Keeney delivers. Ground ball up the middle. That's a hit. First hit for McNeese. That's a leadoff single for Samantha Mundine.
Right up the middle, does some damage. Gets her on at first base.
Here comes Ford. Ford playing third. Riley Ford batting 1,000. Couple of RBIs.
There you go.
Chops that one in front of the plate. That is a foul ball, we are told. Daryl Francis, the home plate umpire.
Well, he has the vantage point. Just a big high bounce.
Did hit her on the way up. You can see that on the replay. So good call. That's a strike, 0-2.
Cowgirls were one of the few base runners they've had in these games against Oklahoma.
Another chopped foul. Yeah, McNeese had, what, 3 or 4 hits in yesterday's game?
Yeah. Limited.
Yeah, Poncho had a couple of them. Phillips had 1. I think they had 4 hits in the game.
Poncho's
And no walks.
Poncho's not having a bad tournament, really.
No.
She's been most of the Cowgirl offense.
That's outside. Ford got in yesterday's game briefly as a pitcher. Here comes the 1-2. It's inside, 2-2.
Tight. Lucky she got out of the way of that. But she did. Cowgirls looking for offense here.
2 strikes, they're back even with the bag at first and third, looking for a double play at short and second. And this is grounded weakly towards second, flipped to the bag, and safe is the call.
She didn't catch it.
I don't think Jennings got it.
Looked like it came out of her glove, or she had closed her glove and just bounced off the glove.
So a softly hit ball towards second was flipped to Jennings and never got control. That will go as a fielder's choice, I would imagine. Meaning Ford reaches and Torres bats, the senior, with an RBI chance here. 2 on and nobody out. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Oklahoma. And a wave and a miss on a bunt attempt.
Torres with a real chance here.
Chopped foul, not bunting that time.
No. Gets to reload here.
Torres in a hole.
She got her money's worth on that swing.
0-2. Keeney comes home. That missed outside. So 1-2. Torres from Pflugerville, Texas. Fouled down the third base side.
Good contact, just pulled it.
Yeah, Torres was ahead of that pitch, which was, I'm guessing, off speed. Temperature in the mid 40s with a wind blowing a gale out of the northwest. Check on that softball to make sure everything's good with it. Umpire says, go ahead, use that one.
Doesn't have any discoloration or dents in it. Why not?
1-2 on Torres. Another foul.
Hanging in there. Fighting every pitch.
Sold out weekend here at Joe Miller Field. Ground ball towards second. Flip to second out, and on to first. They turn the double play. Lilio to Jennings, and Jennings with a strong throw. Doubles up Torres. 4-6-3. Runner at third with 2 down now for McNeese. Tight play here. We'll take a look at it on replay. Yeah, I think she's out.
Bang, bang.
They got it correct. Conference on the mound. They're going to look at a replay.
Well, Coach Landreneau had a question here.
Yeah.
It's been so hard to get any base runners, much less runs against the Sooners, that when you think you have a chance,
take a look.
Take a look, yeah.
Here it is. It's very close.
Ball's in the mid now.
I think they're going to keep the call out. Of course, I am wrong 97.3% of the time on replays, at least in football. A signal out.
I've been there to witness the times you were right.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yes, there
on those
was.
rare occasions.
Joy throughout the land.
Yeah. So it is a double play.
Heck of a play.
Yeah. Riley Eister will be the Cowgirl hitter. She's playing left field tonight. .125 her average. And ball one high from Keeney. Eister, 5'3", is a sophomore from South Haven, Mississippi. Swing and a miss. Pitch was a little outside, and Eister couldn't lay off of it. Eister was used primarily as a pinch hitter or pinch runner last year. One coming. It's outside. And ball 3. Suddenly Keeney with some control issues here. Even the one strike was a bit outside. And Eister offered at it.
Count goes to 3-1 on the batter.
Held up her swing and takes ball 4. First walk issued by Oklahoma to the Cowgirls this weekend. It's a 2-out free pass for Riley Eister, and Delaney Dunham will step in. Dunham, the center fielder. .300 her average. Made some nice plays this weekend in center. Ground ball towards second. A quick flip from Lilio over to Jennings. The force out is recorded. Side retired. McNeese Jennings, the Sooner shortstop, will lead it off for Oklahoma. She's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Came in the first inning. And the pitch from Sanders is low, ball 1. They're in tight at the corners. Ball 2 sails high.
Jennings started 61 of 62 games last year in the infield for the Sooners.
Ball 3 goes high. She wears the C on the jersey as the captain.
Which also paced the Sooners in batting average. She hit for the year .415. Pretty good BA.
There's a strike on 3-0. Fly ball to left. Moving over is Eister. Plenty of room, and she makes the grab. First out of inning number 3 is recorded. It was in on the hands of Jennings, and she pulled it down the line, but didn't get the good end of the bat on it. Coleman stands in. And strike 1 to the left-handed hitting center fielder. Coleman is 1 for 1 in the game with a stolen base.
She's also another preseason all Big 12 selection on this team. 3 times Big 12 first team.
Ground ball up the middle, moving over Torres. Throws high, but Pancho stays on the bag. And 2 are quickly down here in the 3rd.
2 big outs.
Pancho did a good job keeping the toe on the bag there as she went up to grab that throw. Here's Hansen. Hansen walked her first trip. Sanders misses low. Pop to center. Coming in and going out is Torres. Making the grab is the second baseman, Mariana Torres. Side retired. 1-2-3. 2-0 the score remained this season. Cowgirl shortstop bats right. She's from Santa Fe, Texas. And outside ball 1. Played pretty much straight away on the infield here. They're shallow in the outfield with the wind blowing in as it is. Line drive, bobbled, Picked up now by Lilio and easily in time to get Reyna at first. It was low down by Lilio's ankles, and she didn't field it cleanly immediately, but kept it in front of her. Picked it up with a glove and threw out Reyna. One down here in the third. Back to the top of the order we go. There's Chrisline Marino. 0 for 1 in the game. And ball one. She's from Converse, Texas. Chop towards third, it's foul. Oklahoma got 2 in the first. No scoring since that time for either team. McNeese bats in the bottom of the third.
Both teams settled in now.
Yeah. Boy, in that first, Oklahoma was just knocking the ball around all over the diamond. Had 4 hits in that inning. Base hit to left. Marino got that one through the shortstop third base hole. Sharply hit ball for hit number 2 for McNeese. So biggest power threat in the McNeese lineup, Corrine Pancho bats. She's 0 for 1. Comes into the game with 5 homers. She homered last night against Oklahoma. And that's ball 1 low.
She's tied for a team high 500 batting average coming into this ball game. She has been the Cowgirl offense consistently throughout this tournament.
Pitch is high and tight. It's 2-0. Oklahoma has won 60 straight games. Looking for 61 here. Ground ball left side. That's through for a hit. Same location as Marino's single. Pancho has hit number 3 for McNeese, and the tying run is aboard.
Cowgirls got a little something going, speaking of offense. And Pancho's involved, as she has been literally the whole season with the Cowgirls.
Emily Phillips, the catcher, bats. Phillips is 0 for 1.
She's got an opportunity here. Base runners are on.
That one misses inside from Keeney. And a timeout. Got enough space in the outfield for Oklahoma's
You'd be busy.
honors.
You would be busy.
Very recently under Coach Gasso.
What a program they have. Are you kidding?
All right, with Phillips standing back in and a 1-0 count, Kenny delivers. Ground ball towards second. Out at second. The shortstop relay is another double play.
Well, those things are, I'm talking about split-second deliveries of that softball.
It helped that the catcher for McNeese was the base runner, and yeah, they got her. Side retired, another double play. Second one turned by Oklahoma.
In the infield. And they do.
Quincy Lilio bats. She's 0 for 1. The 9th hitter in the order for Oklahoma. Top of the order with Riley Boone awaits. Ball 1 from Shaylin Sanders. Sanders came in to get the final out of inning number 1 and has gone 2 1/3 since that time of scoreless ball. That's a strike on the inside edge.
Lilio out of Oceanside, California.
She's been a big part of the 2 double plays that the Sooners have turned defensively. Ball 2. Ground ball towards second. Torres up with a high hop. 2 down now here in the top of the 4th. Top of the order now. Here's Riley Boone. Boone made a really nice play in, I think that was the Cowgirl first inning. On a shot hit towards right field where she's playing. And the wind caught the ball at the very last moment, blew it to the other side of her body, and she was able to reach across and make a very difficult catch.
Lucky she didn't go head first into the outfield wall because she was right there while she was making her stab. She is a native-born Sooner from Owasso, Oklahoma.
And what's going on here? We've got some discussion. Is there a change? No change anywhere. We're waiting on somebody to come in from the bullpen. Over to the Oklahoma dugout. Now they're set. So Riley Boone is ready. Shaylin Sanders has the sign, and she delivers. Strike 1 to Boone. Boone's 0 for 2. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back from ball 1.
Boone looking to start something offensively off for the Sooners.
That one bounces in there. So 2-1. Sanders lost the grip on that one. People tell me to get a grip all the time.
Well, the cool air may have something to do with that.
Could be. Might have some cold fingers. Foul to the left side, out of play. 2-2 on Boone.
Second game of the day for the Cowgirls.
Ground ball to third. Up with it is Ford. Throw is on target and in time. Side retired in order in the 4th. You.
There you go. Right-hander. No.
Lefty. Mundine will bat. She's a lefty as well. And strike 1 from Guerin. Mundine had a hit for McNeese back in second inning, was later erased in a double play. And takes inside. Actually, no, she was stranded. Meister was erased in the double play. 1-1 to Mundine. Ooh, took something off that one. That's a nice pitch.
Yeah, it was.
1-2.
Sure was. Off speed.
Came in at 49 miles an hour. Karen looks to the wristband, figures out the sign, and comes with a 1-2. Missed that one. Down low, 2-2. You can see the flags flying there out in right center field. It is still quite windy.
Yes.
And it is coming out of the north, maybe a little bit out of the northwest. At game time, it was 16 miles per hour. I don't think it's dropped any since then. Fouled off the fists towards the McNeese dugout. Stays 2-2.
They were giving us a wind chill at the start of the game at 37.
Yeah.
And it felt it.
Swing and a miss, another off-speed pitch.
Yep. Got it.
And out in front is Mundine. Strikeout for Guerin. First batter she faces, Chicays.
Went with the breaking stuff, the off-speed stuff. And it paid off.
Briley Ford stands in 0 for 1. Guerin's pitch sails outside. Ford playing third here in this game. Asks for time. It's granted by Daryl Francis. We think that's Daryl Francis. Everybody's so bundled up we can't tell.
It's a dilemma.
Line drive right at Jennings. Shortstop makes the catch. 2 quickly down in the McNeese fourth. Here comes Mariana Torres. Torres is 0 for 1. Earned run average. Struck out 12 in 11 innings. The right-hander, a 5'11" senior from Pleasanton, California. Our first pitch is inside to Torres. Nobody on at 2 down in the McNeese fourth. Off the fists foul. His pitch came in at 64 on the radar gun. Nobody's gotten any higher than that in this ball game. Cold weather might slow things down just a bit. 1-1 coming. Fouled by Torres, 1-2. May deals and Torres fouls it. Right at her feet, bouncing out in front of the plate. Still 1-2. That heater is high, 2-2 now. Torres awaits. May comes home. Swing and a miss. That is a strikeout. May gets a strikeout in her first opponent. McNeese does not score in the fourth. On we go to the 5th inning in this. 1 for 2. The run scored for Oklahoma, leading off the 5th. Brito takes high. Brito homered here last night and leads the club with 4. Here's the 1-0. That's outside, 2-0. Sanders has allowed just 1 hit in her 3 1/3 innings. And misses there. She's walked 1. Threatens to walk another one here with the 3-0 count. That's a strike. Top of the 5th, 2-0. Oklahoma got 2 in the first. Nobody's scored since. Brito rips one down the left side, curling foul.
She caught it. It just went down the left field line, like you said, Tom. Foul ball.
Count goes full.
First real good rip she's had in the at-bat.
Open stance for Brito. And another foul. That umpire goes crashing to earth trying to dodge that one. Good reflexes considering the late hour and the wind and the cold.
Like Coach says, you got to stay focused. No matter where you are and what your role is at the ballpark.
Down goes Frazier. Actually, we're told that's Ann Foster. I don't think that's the right umpire. That's what came out on the lineup sheet. There were other discrepancies.
Yes. Surprise.
Another foul. Count stays full on Brito.
Nice battle going on here.
Brito leads off the 5th inning. Popped up behind second. Who wants this one? That will be called for and caught by Mundine, the right fielder. Had a little bit of a snow cone going there as it nearly popped out of her glove, but made the catch.
Well, they circled in right field for a minute or two before somebody decided to attempt the catch, and it was successful. Again, with the wind blowing like it is, you just don't know.
Cassidy Pickering is the left fielder. Pickering takes a strike. She's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Nobody on and 1 down. Oklahoma 5th. Big swing and strike 2.
Pickering was ranked the number 4 prospect in the class of 2022 by Extra Innings Softball. She was also ranked the number 16 recruit by Softball America.
Takes ball 1, a 64-mile-an-hour pitch from Sanders. One-two delivery. How to play off the left. Two runs, 5 hits, no errors. Oklahoma, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error for McNeese. Ground ball towards second. Torres to Pancho for out number 2. Nobody on and 2 down for Ludlam. Ludlam is 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. That one's ripped to left. Nobody's going to catch this one. It is just foul. About 2 feet from the painted line.
Sooners thought they had something there.
I sure did. It was well hit.
Yeah, it was.
It was right into the wind. Not sure if that helped curl it foul. It was going that way anyway. See this one drop out in the corner. A couple feet foul. That pitch is outside. Ball 1. 1-1 now on Ludlam. Sanders pitches, swing and a miss. Strike 2 now to Ludlam.
Ludlam out of Fort Myers, Florida. Traveled a bit to the west.
1-2 pitch. Fouled back. Count stays the same.
To play softball for the Sooners.
Another 1-2 is coming now from Sanders. Line to right. That will get down for a hit. Number 6 in the hit column for Oklahoma. It's a 2-out single the opposite way by Ludlam. Here's Jennings.
Really the first base hit in a while.
Coach Gasso comes and talks to the umpire, so we might have some movement here. I think we're getting a pinch runner. That is what we're getting.
All kind of movement in the infield.
Maya Bland, freshman from Argyle, Texas. She'll be the pinch runner. She ran last night in the game and stayed in. Here's Jennings. 1 for 2 plus an RBI. Runner with a jump off first, not moving. Ball 1 goes high to Jennings. Sanders is set. She deals. That one stayed high. 2-0. It's pitch number 64 from Shaylin Sanders. She pitched 4 innings in the game prior to this one. Was brilliant, shutting out Central Arkansas on just a couple of hits through 4 innings. No walks. There's a strike. It's the top of the 5th here. Runner on first and 2 down. Cold and breezy evening in Lake Charles, Louisiana. That's outside, 3-1.
Really just a hint of the weather with the wind blowing. Other than that, it's been a pretty fair weekend.
3-1 pitch is ball 4. Jennings with a 2-out walk. Now the Sooners have something going. First 2 batters retired, then a opposite field hit, and now a walk. Coleman steps in, 1 for 2. Jada Coleman, 5'9" senior from the Colony, Texas. Bland is at second. And now Jennings at first. Coleman the batter. First pitch is high. That one sailed a bit on Sanders. 1-0. Sanders with the delivery. And it hit her. On the right arm, it would appear. And the bases are loaded full of Oklahoma Sooners. Yeah, right elbow.
On a cold night?
Yep.
Wow.
It's got to feel
You feel
extra
it.
sore.
Yeah, you feel it.
Mariana Torres. This could be a pivotal at bat in the ballgame. Kinsey Hansen stands in.
A real test for Sanders.
First pitch, fouled off, strike one. The 0-1. Popped in the air on the infield, and nobody can get there. It bounces foul. Strike two. Didn't get much of that one.
No.
And once it struck turf, quickly bounced foul. It's an all-turf field here. Sanders is ahead on the count 0-2. Hansen awaits. This delivery hit high in the air down the left field line and drops foul. Ford gave chase. Reyna was over there too. Nobody could get to it.
And the battle continues.
Sanders' pitch count is at 72 in this ball game. She went 4 innings in the game before.
Well, Coach Landreau's giving her a chance here. Pitch out of this.
Hansen back in. Swing and a miss. Sanders got her. And the bases are. May, the third pitcher in the game for Oklahoma, following Keeney and Guerin. Eister leads off and bunts, and it rolls foul as Brito fielded it, coming in hard from third. Eister walked in her only plate appearance previously. Nicole May deals. That's a swing and a miss by Eister. Now 0-2. Eister playing left in this game. May deals. That's high and tight. 1-2. Popped up behind second. Center fielder Coleman will come in and make the call and the catch. Eister is retired to begin this bottom of the 5th.
Eister hit it high enough to give the Sooners a chance to surround it. Center fielder makes the catch. 1 down. Bottom of the 5th.
Here's Delaney Dunham, 0 for 1. Sophomore center fielder. Takes a strike from May. Dunham awaits. Held up. That's ball 1. They'll appeal at third and no swing. 1-1 coming. Showing bunt and waving and missing is Dunham. Now 1-2. Nobody on and 1 out. This is the bottom of the 5th. 2 runs for Oklahoma in the top of the 1st. That's it in the ball game. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Dunham. May quickly with 2 consecutive outs. Here's Reese Reyna, the 9th hitter. Reyna 0 for 1. Outside from May. That's ball 2. And a quick visit to the mound as Hansen goes out to talk with May. This game is about an hour and 40 minutes old now. Started right around 7. There's a strike, 2-1. Was scheduled to start at 6:30. There were 3 prior games, all pushed back just a little bit on the time frame of this one. Hey, it's a tournament. You never know.
Wasn't too bad, though, Tom. Not much of a time delay at
No,
all.
not much. Half an hour.
Which is kind of unusual, as you mentioned, for something like this.
Especially in the springtime when you have weather issues. And it's early in the season. You never know when you're going to get a game with a bunch of walks or errors, or it's 20 to 18 that takes 3 hours, puts everybody back. Didn't happen. It happened yesterday with the weather either. That was unexpected. They were talking about some heavy rain and possibly thunderstorms, but all the rain was light and there was no lightning with it. So when it was around, it played right through it. 2-1 coming. Reyna waves and misses at strike 2. Two coming, and strike 3. Down go the Cowgirls in order.
Impressive here tonight.
There's Sydney Sanders, 0 for 2. And strike 1 from Shaylin Sanders. We're told we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Lilio. It'll be Alina Torres next up for the Sooners. 2-0 Oklahoma. That one's popped foul and will go out of play. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors, Oklahoma. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error, McNeese. Sanders to Sanders. Pulled way foul. That one's over the restroom building. You know what
Almost
Miller Field looks like.
Almost into the soccer field.
Yep.
On the north side of this complex.
0-2. Again, Shaylin Sanders to Sydney Sanders. She missed low. 1-2. One-two pitch. Rip to left. This one's got a chance and will sail into the oak tree. Sydney Sanders with a blast into the wind. Easily 250 feet. The solo blast gives Oklahoma a 3-0 lead.
That was impressive.
No doubter again.
Out into left center. A rocket into the tree.
And now we do have the pinch hitter, Alina Torres.
So the Sooner Sanders triumphs over the Cowgirl Sanders, at least in this one at-bat.
7th hit of the ball game for the Sooners. 2nd home run against McNeese in the series. Brito hit one last night.
Well, that was solid. I mean,
It was a no-doubter.
Sound of it.
Yeah, it was a no-doubter. If the wind hadn't been blowing so strong, it would have reached the soccer field. Torres at 286. Strike one from Shaylin Sanders. The 0-1, grounded towards third. Ford up with it backhanded. Nice throw on target.
That's a nice play.
Yep.
And the backhanded
Had
it.
to backhand it, set up to throw. One down now here in this Oklahoma 6th inning. Here's Boone, the Sooner leadoff hitter. She's 0 for 3 in the ball game. Sanders to the plate. A bunt. Sanders will field and throw. Scooped out by Pancho, and Boone is out at first. Good defensive effort all around for McNeese. Sanders had to go get it and throw it quickly. And then Pancho dug it out at first.
Again, the Cowgirls showing that defense in the infield. It's pretty impressive.
3-0 Oklahoma. Sanders to Brito. Pop to right. Moving in Mundine. And grabs it for out number 3. But the solo blast changes the complexion of this game just a bit. 3-0 Oklahoma. May to Marino. That's a strike. The 0-1 comes. Just missed inside. Swing and a miss by Chrislene Marino. 1-2. Comes the 1-2. And that's strike 3 called. 63-mile-per-hour speedball. Strikeout number 5 for the Oklahoma staff tonight. There's Corrine Pancho. And strike 1 from May. May has really come in firing.
Yeah.
In this relief appearance.
Very impressive baseball team.
Oh, 1. Pancho takes low.
How about very impressive softball team?
This would probably be an impressive soccer team, basketball team,
Yeah.
flag football team, full contact peekaboo. It would all be impressive. This is a bunch of really good athletes.
Yeah.
There's another strike.
There's no doubt they're loaded. You're looking for a weakness, you're going to be looking for a while.
One-two coming. Pancho takes inside.
As they say, Pancho's looking for a pitch she can do something with.
Just got a piece of it. No, she did not. It's a swing and a miss. They'll have to throw to first to execute the put out, and they do. 2 down now in the McNeese 6th. Inning is up to Emily Phillips. Getting late for the Cowgirls now.
Yeah,
They haven't scored through 5 2/3. Just 4 outs remaining for them to try to get on the board here and overcome this 3-0 deficit. May's pitch is high.
Cowgirls have only had 3 hits in this ball game. They're certainly looking for something to start the train moving.
Phillips takes a strike. Pitch coming in at 63 miles an hour from May. Her velocity just about the same as Shaylin Sanders. A foul by Phillips. 1-2. That one will scatter the crowd down there if they can see out of their wrappings. Everybody bundled up.
And rightfully so. Think you'd sell out a hot gumbo to this crowd?
I think so.
Yeah.
1-2. Popped up by Phillips. That drifts out of play.
Phillips just looking for a base hit here.
May ready. Here's the 1-2. It's low, 2-2. Phillips, the senior catcher, is off to a really good start offensively for McNeese.
Well, she's being counted on heavily by Coach Landreneau to be one of the team leaders here, maturity-wise and ability-wise.
That's high. Count runs full on Phillips.
We'll get to see May's best pitch here.
Lined foul past first. May is not allowed a base runner. She has struck out 5 in 2 innings.
Well, you would figure Oklahoma would be loaded with pitchers, and they are. To succeed at this level, you have to be.
Another full count offering. That's high. First base runner reaches against May. McNeese needs at least one more runner. Down 3.
Well, May came at her, and Phillips watched it go by for a ball and a trip down to first base.
Phillips puts on the sliding glove down there. Probably just because it's warm.
Yeah, that would be smart. Well advised.
Sam Mundine steps in. 1 for 2. That's the second walk of the ball game for the Cowgirls.
Hadn't been many.
No. I don't believe they had a walk last night, did they?
I don't remember
I think
one.
so. Oh, and that hits Mundine. And first and second, 2 down. And now the tying run is at the plate for McNeese. Down 3-0, bottom of the 6th. Here comes Ford. That pitch caught Mundine on the right wrist. Going to get a pinch runner for Phillips now. Chloe Gomez runs at second base for McNeese.
Promise you, one of the few times McNeese has advanced a runner to second base.
Base runners have just been scarce.
Really, for McNeese, hits have been scarce.
Yeah, 3 last night, 3 tonight. And a big spot for Riley Ford. The 5'5" freshman from Hammond. And a tough spot here against Oklahoma. Pops this one up. Foul ground, right side. Will there be room? It is caught by Sanders. And the inning is over. McNeese threatened. They do not score. She's up to 82 pitches and pitched 4 innings in the game prior. So a busy afternoon and evening for Sanders. First pitch of the 7th is ball 1. And that looks like Ella Parker hitting. 5'8" freshman out of Los Angeles for Oklahoma. The 1-0 from Sanders. High, 2-0. This ball game just over 2 hours old now. That's a strike, just caught the outside edge. Two one, fouled. 2-2. A whole lot of softball this weekend here at Joe Miller Field. We started Thursday night with the Baylor game. 2 nights in a row broadcasting McNeese against Oklahoma. Another foul there. Parker hangs tough.
We actually have some baseball coming down the pipe, too.
Yeah, we do.
Next Tuesday night.
McNeese against ULL.
Right back here, except down the street.
Swing and a miss. Parker is down swinging. 1 down in the Oklahoma 7th. Ludlam into the batter's box. He's been one of the hitting stars for Oklahoma here today. 2 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. A pinch ran for her an inning ago, but she re-entered the game. Same thing with Phillips, who's back catching for McNeese. There's a pop foul. No play. Phillips had reached last inning. They pinch ran for her, and she's back in. Fresh supply of softballs to home plate umpire Darrell Francis.
Gotta have them.
He says, "Will they keep me warm?" Oh, 1. That's high. Ludlam played previously at Furman University. Ball too low. Here comes the 2-1. That's a pop foul and no play. Hits the roof up above us. So the count's 2-2. Nobody on and 1 out. Oklahoma 7th inning. Grounder foul past third.
Well, we started this game before the soccer game showed up, and the soccer game is now over. Give you some indication of how long we've been playing softball here.
I believe that was St. Louis High playing using the McNeese field. 2-2 pitch fouled at the feet of Ludlam. She hangs tough. Count remains 2-2. A lot of work going into this weekend here at the McNeese staff.
They've been busy.
Long days. Another pop foul. Ludlam is really making Sanders work. Vice versa.
I know that Steve Sanford and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes have been quite busy just feeding some of these athletes that have come in for the tournament, as they do on occasion.
2-2 coming. It's outside ball 3. The count is full. Ludlam steps out of the right-handed batter's box. Now she's back set. Sanders toes the rubber. Brings home a 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4 high. Ludlam reaches with one out here. Now 1 on in this 7th inning. And Tiare Jennings, the shortstop, bats for Furman, or for Oklahoma. Whew. Been at it all weekend.
It's been a long
I said
week.
Furman a moment ago, and it stuck in my brain.
It's cold weather, I'm telling you.
Sanders misses to Jennings. That's low. Jalen Sanders at 97 pitches in this game.
They're getting a lot of work in on both teams' pitching staff.
A strike to Jennings. Tapper foul. So 1-2 now on Jennings. Oklahoma scored twice in the first, and we were scoreless for a real long time. And there was the solo homer by Sanders in the 6th. It's 3-0 Oklahoma. Foul past third.
Well, the way Oklahoma has been racking up 10-run rule victories in the games that they've been playing.
Yeah, this is one of the closest they've had all year.
It really is tight. It really is. Tribute to McNeese.
Oklahoma 7-0. Winners of 60 consecutive games.
That's incredible.
Just is. 1-2 pitch. Grounded left side. Reyna goes the short way for 1. No chance at first. The force out is out number 2. As that retires Ludlam. And Jennings is on at first now with 2 down. Coleman the batter. Good job by Reyna. Moved a step or 2 to her right. Was able to quickly get it to second. Torres was. She tried at first, but not a lot of opportunity there. Sharply hit past Pancho out into right field. They'll send the runner to third. And with 2 down, there are runners on at the corners. As Coleman pops one down the right side, right past Pancho. Didn't see what happened there.
That was a bullet.
You know what? The runner probably got in the way of her vision.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that if you don't touch the ball or the fielder. But I think that's what happened to Corinne Pancho. She just didn't see it well because the base runner was right in front of her.
She was screened in a sense.
So Hansen bats with 2 on and 2 out. And a insurance run would be big for Oklahoma here. That's ripped to left and caught. Eister moved a couple steps to her right and went down onto a knee to catch that vicious line drive and end the threat in the top of the 7th. We'll watch it on the replay as we head out here on ESPN+. And has given up just 1 earned run on the year. That was the solo homer that Pancho hit last night. Otherwise, Maxwell was very sharp in retiring McNeese Cowgirls. Maxwell at 5'10" is a graduate student from Friendswood, Texas, and an Oklahoma State transfer. Jada Munoz will bat in a pinch hitting role for McNeese. Other changes for the Sooners. Pickering re-enters the game in left field, and now Avery Hodge has taken over at second base. Jada Munoz bats. Right-handed hitter against the lefty Maxwell. And a strike. Maxwell hit 63 miles an hour on that one. Oklahoma 2 runs in the first, 1 in the 6th. McNeese has been blanked throughout. Fouled out of play for Munoz. Munoz from San Antonio. Maxwell set, now she deals. That one sailed on her.
Well, she was untouchable last night, as you were mentioning, Tom.
I believe the count's 2-1 on Munoz. I got 1-1 on the scoreboard. That's high. It's 2-2, according to our home plate umpire. So nobody got that right, including me. Grounder onto the right side is foul. Munoz hitting .214 on the year. Ground ball up the middle, that's a hit. McNeese has a base runner. And their 4th hit of the night.
Well,
gives McNeese a chance.
That's the start that we're looking for.
Pitch was down low, hit well by Munoz, right past Maxwell. Brooke Otto is going to pinch hit now. Otto played left last night, the right-handed hitter against the lefty Maxwell. That's low. Blocked nicely by Hansen. Some of the McNeese fans making some noise down here as they toss T-shirts into the crowd.
There you go.
And they will promptly put the T-shirts on for an extra layer of warmth. That's a strike. Munoz on at first. Otto takes high. Here's the 2-1. Sails high, 3-1. Munoz reached on a single. Otto has worked a 3-1 count on Maxwell.
See if Landreneau has Otto swinging away.
I got to believe he's got her taking here.
Yeah, I would think.
Down 3.
Her job's to get on base.
Swings and loops one down the right side. That one will twist foul. Boone was tracking it. The wind was blowing it farther and farther foul. And eventually no play. Pretty well hit by Otto the opposite way.
Probably a break for the Cowgirls. The wind was blowing that direction.
Yeah, I think Boone had it tracked down without the big twist. So now the count's full. And another one of my predictions is wrong. Thought she'd be taking there.
I was right there with you, buddy.
Yep. Otto just tipped that one.
Well, now she's got a battle. Anything close, she's got to swing at.
Another full count delivery. Popped in the air, shallow center. Coleman in, and now Hodge goes out and makes the grab. They'll discuss it. Regardless, it's the first out of this Cowgirls' 7th inning. And it was some danger for the Sooners, but Hodge holds on. Watch the replay. Both girls were calling for it. Usually the infielder will yield to the outfielder. And a pinch hitter for McNeese again. Alexis Dibley will bat, freshman from Moss Bluff. And a conference on the mound for Oklahoma.
We're seeing some pretty versatile Cowgirls, by the way.
Yep.
One night they're pitching, the next night they're playing left field.
Ford did that. She pitched an inning or to a couple of batters last night in the lineup here today. Dibley pitched last night and in the game prior. He's against Central Arkansas. Now she bats. Shohei Ohtani has inspired these two-way players.
What's he getting paid now?
Can't count that high, to tell you.
The calculator broke.
That's
at
right.
400 million, huh?
Along with all the rest of our technology here tonight.
And my mama wanted me to play the accordion. It's true.
Dibley against Maxwell, and ball one high. Maxwell's missed a couple times upstairs here in her first inning of work. It's 3-0 Oklahoma in the 7th. Munoz had a leadoff single. She's still there with one out. And Dibley, the pinch hitter. That's a strike, 1-1. Missing upstairs, 2-1. Maxwell hitting 64 on the radar gun.
Cowgirls down to 2 outs.
That gets away. It's ball 3, and the runner is at second. Runner doesn't mean that much. The Cowgirls need 2 to follow the score, but that does take the double play out of consideration here, and Oklahoma has shown itself to be quite skilled at turning the double play.
Yes.
A couple of them tonight and one last night.
Very tight defense.
Dibley with the 3-1 count, and Munoz at second. Swinging a little number to third. They'll look the runner back to second and throw Dibley out at first. Cowgirls down to their last out. Nice play by Brito, fielding that spinning ball. And then watching Munoz back to second and gunning out Dibley. And again, we've got a pinch hitter.
A lot of people getting to play
You
tonight.
bet. Who is this? That is Gaspard, Kelsey Gaspard, 5'4" sophomore from Roanoke, Louisiana. She'll bat with the game on the line here. McNeese trailing by 3, runner at second, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Gaspard takes ball 1.
Think her heart's beating right now? Rapidly.
1-0 coming. That's a strike. Just caught the outside half. So 1-1 on Gaspard. Heater is high. 64 miles an hour from Maxwell. 2-1. Gaspard awaits. Fouls it to the right side. Some of the kids chase after that one.
I'm seeing blankets walk by. No arms, no head, just blankets.
Just blankets. Are you sure they're not blowing in the wind?
I'm telling you.
We need some softballs, so Daryl Francis goes and gets some fresh ones, sends one out to Maxwell. Maxwell wants a different one. Pitchers are funny about those kind of things.
And he is definitely a pitcher. Or she is definitely a pitcher. She can fire it.
Finally, the correct softball has been distributed to Maxwell. We are set for a 2-2 to Kelsey Gaspard. Maxwell deals. And it's strike 3 called. Gaspard retired. Cowgirls retired. Oklahoma with yet another victory, number 61 in a row. They are 8-0 on the season. This was a fun game to watch in the cold weather and a fun one to bring to you. Hope you enjoyed it. Your final score, Oklahoma 3, McNeese nothing. For the whole cast and crew and everybody who put this one on, I'm Tom Hafer for Ron Hayes saying good night from McNeese.